Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 24 Stevenage Career Mode, episode number 14 here. So, this is pretty much the episode where we find out whether we're going to sign another player before the end of the transfer window shut. Of course, we still have 2.9 million to work with. Again, I'm pretty sure we can't really get a lot of players, but I feel like we need to sign a striker at the moment. But I don't know who, because apparently I don't quite know their overall, and I certainly don't want to splash in too much cash. And turns out the players that we were scouting turns out to be flop. So I would rather leave it until pretty much towards the end of the month. Of course, so far our striker situation, it's fine. I mean, it's good. We have Mensa at the striker role, scoring 6-7 goals already after signing for the club from a free agency this season. Unfortunately, he picked up an injury right here, which is very concerning. Later on, providing great assist to McNeil and smashed this one. It was a good first touch by McNeil, but more importantly, a much better finish from him as well. I mean, first game we're playing against Colchester, certainly in the first round, round one of the Carabao Cup, of course. I believe we were out of the competition in the first round last season, so let's try to do a little bit better. You know what? Let's try to go, beyond distance. Maybe round 4, round 5. If we somehow ended up in the quarterfinal, I'll be very happy. Even round 16, I'll be very happy for that. So right here, 3-0 already, and this time a great assist by Lockhart to Reed, and scoring the third goal for today's game, and that will be the second goal for Reed. And it seems like the striker situation looks to be calming down right now. I mean, certainly if we have 2.9 million to work with, I would rather spend that later on in the summer transfer. But you would never know. You would never know what's going to happen in the future. So round 2, actually my bad. So we actually beat Watford in round 1, and round 2 we beat Colchester. So putting us into round 3, which means that the majority of the Premier League club will be joining the Rays in round 3. So second game in today's episode, we are playing against, is it Bristol Rover? I don't think we're playing against Bristol Rover today. But anyway, with the 2.9 million, I hope we're going to hopefully sign somebody. And right now, we're going to play Sheffield United at home this time. And I'm sure they got relegated a few seasons ago. Maybe after the first season. Actually, they got relegated last season. So, which means they are going to be playing with us. And right there, Tesco with another long-range shot. Again, another striker scoring. What a great shot right there. It was, at one point it becomes a little bit too easy for the long shot. I feel like CPU or AI know exactly where I'm aiming at, and it's exactly at the right location where I was aiming for. But looking at the replay here, Tesco got tons of time and tons of space in front of him as well. Just smashed this one in over the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper should have done better, I think. But more importantly, I think Sheffield United should have done better with the defending, allowing Tesco to have too much space in there. Later on, 2 minutes right after scoring the first goal, Sheffield United answer one back. Again, it shows some bits of defensive hiccups at the back here. And 14 minutes after conceding the first goal, we somehow went on conceding the second one. It was a very good solo run by the Sheffield United player, by Traore. I think this is probably one of the best solo goals that I've conceded in a while. And later on, right there, Mensa, this is where everything just kind of went downhill from him and also from the team a little bit, because I have to sub him off. And I thought at one point, if I just leave him long enough, the injury icon will be gone very soon. But it didn't happen. But later on, despite down by 1 goal, we actually score. We actually scored a goal from Mainu right before the halftime break. And just like that, we tied the game 2-2. Not the worst result ever. Again, Sheffield United certainly way better team than us, but we're still young. We did better. And unfortunately, 3 months with the broken toe injury for Isaac Mensah. And it's pretty much it's fate. It's all down to the preparation. Always prepare for the worst, because right now we are looking into the transfer hub, and the player that we are going to sign is David Washington. Of course, I believe in real life, Washington has just became a Chelsea member and somehow he went out on loan or somewhere else right now. I don't think Washington's in a team at the moment. The Brazilian striker And I'm trying to secure him with the loan deal. I think is way too expensive for me to afford him in terms of signing him on a permanent deal, or at least not right now at the moment. And David Washington will be pretty much our last signing of the transfer window, and he will be wearing number 11, which was Robert's last number that he wore. And 19-year-old, 70 rated, and he's definitely the best rated out there, the best rating out there for the club. So that's pretty much concluded our business. I have decided to block a few transfer here and there, so we gotta make sure that we don't receive any offer. And at the same time, I feel like that would be conclusive, or that has concluded my business in the summer transfer window. So I'm not going to sign anybody, so I've decided to skip from 8 hours left to 0 hours, and we have successfully went through another transfer window. And I thought this transfer window is probably one of the best I've ever dealt with. I remember CF when I brought a career mode, FIFA 22, I believe I signed like 12, 14 players in one episode, but this one is different because, again, we're signing, we actually do a little bit more research to sign players, and certainly those players that we sign are very good, and I certainly have quite a bit of a ceiling for them. So, and looking at the Youth Academy report as usual, signing a few players that I thought they were deemed to be good enough to be promoted or to be part of the Youth Academy in general. But at the same time, some of the players needs to be closely monitored. And looking at the academy right here, looking pretty good. I have to release a few players, unfortunately, which is not always ideal if you have to encounter stuff like that. But right now, we have, 7 central attacking midfielders, which is going to be a problem because certainly I would love to use all of them if I can, but I feel like seems to be selling a few of them for a profit, a few of them for commodity purpose. It might be inevitable at the moment. I mean, no matter how much I wanted to try it out using Arthur Bruce or Yates as well, I think it's quite impossible right now. We have 2 of the best central attacking midfielders in the game, 2 young attacking midfielders as well. So certainly I am not ready to give up any one of them. So the only way I can do is either converting the position into another position, and just allowing them to strive in another position. That's what I hope for at the moment. So third game is today episode against Huddersfield Town, away this time. And again, this will be pretty much the new lineup. Washington replacing Isaac Mensah, pretty much for now at the moment. 24 minutes in, here comes Miley, a very well worked goal. It was a good through ball by Washington to Miley and finding Lennon Miller in the middle to convert that one into one goal. 29 minutes in, we are pretty much dominating the whole game. Here comes Miley. Look at him go. Look at him. Nobody's trying to mark him. I mean, look at Huddersfield Town defense. They just keep backpedaling until to the point where they knew they messed up defensively. But that was a good goal from Miley. And like I said, I feel like taking a long range shot has been relatively much easier this way. I mean, because the whole, how broken the defensive system can be for career mode, whether for the CPU side or for the user side, it always feels broken in a way. And just like that, we're taking 2-0 lead, and later on right here comes Tesco, keeps on dribbling, finding Washington. You know what? This is why you love the team so much. Is the fact that everybody is very unselfish. And Tesco could have possibly added himself into the score sheet, but decided to give it to Washington. And Washington scored his first goal for the club, and also in his first game of the season as well. Huddersfield Town scoring a consolation goal, early consolation goal actually, but in the end it wouldn't matter because we won 3-2, actually 3-1 with the scoreline. A very comfortable win. Right now we have to play with another team that were promoted in the same situation as we do in the last season. I'm not quite sure if Bolton came in second place last season. Maybe they were in the playoffs. I wasn't quite remember. But this time we're playing against Bolton at home. This time it's different because we're way better than last season's squad at all. 83 minutes, and it took us 83 minutes to finally have a chance. Here comes Washington. Good touch, good turn, and also a great finish as well. And Washington scored the last minute winner right here at home. I mean, it's been really, really tough to break down the whole Bolton defense, but we did it in the end in a very dramatic fashion, winning 1-0. And so far, this season has been amazing. I mean, this career mode or this season has been amazing. We only, so far, I mean, right now in this episode, we only dropped 1 point. So far, dropped 2 points actually. And later on, playing against West Brom, a Chalvian, away from home. 4 minutes in, this goal was just kind of mind-boggling at first. I just don't understand how the defender just leaving so much space for the attacker to shoot, and the fact that nobody was trying to support anybody in the middle, which was quite infuriating at times. And here comes Miley, feeds it off to Vanna, to Miller, another long shot. I mean, what am I supposed to do, guys? I mean, there's like 4 or 5 long shot goal in today's game, today's episode. And, it becomes really easy. It becomes a very easy way easy source to get a goal. Later on, Monome scored his first goal for the club. It was from a header. Good delivery by, I believe it was Werner who did it. And later on, I'm not quite sure what West Brom was doing, just giving the ball away within 1 minute in. Here comes Washington on the left-hand side. Nobody tried to close him down. A good finish right there. And we have extended the lead right here to 3-0, and David seems to be, another revelation signing. Thank God we signed a striker at the end of the day to replace Mensah, even though I believe Washington's wage is way too expensive. Reed coming on for Washington, and he scores in the last 5 minutes of the game. Reed just converts that one in an open goal. And we won 4-1. A very successful episode indeed. And looking at the table at the moment, 4 teams right now sitting at the pretty much top of the league table, sharing points. But again, Sheffield United, it's still having a game in hand to play. So if they win the next game, most likely they are going to go past us. But that is it for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.